Ballots burn in the Pacific Northwest as Trump continues his victory march. Welcome to John Mike Keane. Those are your votes going up in Vancouver, Washington. Gee, I wonder who would set ballots on fire. Here's Pastor Doug Wilson.
That we're not the ones burning the world down. The world's burning down, and we're simply observing that that's what's happening.
Yeah, don't blame us just for looking. We're not the ones that light fires. This is in Antifa territory up in Portland, Oregon, and Vancouver, Washington.
Breaking news from the Pacific Northwest. State election officials are working to determine how many ballots were destroyed overnight after two apparent arson attacks. Drop-off ballot boxes were apparently targeted in Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, Oregon. Police found an incendiary device inside the Portland ballot drop-off box. Hundreds of ballots could have been damaged or even destroyed. It is not clear if the two are connected. The FBI is investigating.
Oh, Joe Biden's FBI. I'm sure they'll get right to the bottom of this. By the way, for a hint, Portland, Oregon is right across the bridge from Vancouver, Washington. Of course, they're connected, you dolt. But why are they lighting ballots on fire? Here's why.
Kamala Harris is doing worse than Joe Biden in 2020. As amongst independents, she's 12 points behind.
She's getting smoked. Byron DOnalds goes out and smokes the living daylights out of CNBC.
The reason that they don't want to vote for Trump is because they see either in his character or the people who seem to support him seem to be engaged in that or willing to engage in that, right?
When he's talking about in that, they're talking about the comedian Tony, what's his name, making Puerto Rican jokes at the Madison Square Garden rally. This is the only thing they've got, and he's a comedian. He was telling jokes, and now, thankfully, they're distracted on that. Well, Trump is shoring up all these battleground states, and he's going to expand his win as they try to pull off the impossible to make Trump look hateful.
Because what you don't see.
But he's about to get smacked down by Byron DOnalds.
You don't go to other rallies for Harris or see in a Harris rally that kind of vitriol. It just you see. Look,
you don't?
I don't think you do.
Kamala Harris spends half her time talking about her rival as Hitler. After he's been, there have been attempts on his life, not once, but twice. She's doing it right now. Every Democrat official at these rallies refers to him as Adolf Hitler. You got Hillary Clinton running around there hawking her book that nobody wants to buy, frankly. And she's talking about how this is akin to 1939. Are you out of your mind?
Talk about burning things. Byron DOnalds just burned the other side down to the ground. This is my kind of food. I eat this for lunch. I'm John Mike Keane. I eat what Byron DOnalds says.
We are talking about the comments of a comedian, and everybody's going to forget it in 48 hours. The real joke in America is the terrible policy of Kamala Harris. Let's talk specifically about Puerto Ricans in America today. Puerto Ricans have had to live under the same inflation unleashed by Kamala Harris. And that's not a joke, but they got to live with it. Puerto Ricans today are living under the same terrible border policies that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris unleashed. That's a terrible joke on the American people. We should be focused on that.
And remember, when we help all American people with jobs, with lowering inflation, with cutting off the border, we help Puerto Ricans. They will do better. Poor blacks will do better. Byron DOnalds is going to bring that back in a minute. But first, here's Elon Musk getting the warmest welcome of his life at the Madison Square Garden rally.
Now, you guys are awesome. Honestly, this is like...
He's tickled to death. Here's his mom on Twitter, May Musk. The cheering brought tears to my eyes. When I give talks around the world, they have a huge admiration and praise for Elon. They also ask why America doesn't. I reply, politics and corruption. Well, that's why the left doesn't like Elon, but Elon loves him because we are not as consumed with politics or corruption. Here's the McBorder in a meme with a walkthrough with Kamala Harris working at over 20 million crossed, it says. That's not even controversial. Neither's this. We fired thousands of unvaccinated military servicemen while allowing millions of unvaccinated illegals to enter our country. Remember that on election day. I normally I wouldn't post anything controversial about the vaccines on YouTube, but those are actually undeniable facts. So I have some confidence in posting that. Imagine a life of so few accomplishments, you have to lie about working at McDonald's. And then here's Byron DOnalds, who came from dirt but got some help from his mom, because the theme of this, Elon Musk's mom, driven to tears. Imagine how proud Byron DOnalds' mom and grandma are.
But I was raised by a single mother in Brooklyn, New York. Life was hard and we struggled, but my mom fought for me. Mom, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. When I was in the 7th grade, my mom lost her job. We went on government assistance and my grandma helped us pay for private school. My mom and my grandma sacrificed to ensure that I could build a successful future through a commitment to academic achievement and hard work. I'm standing here today as a result of their love, good and safe schools, and great teachers.
That sounds like a better plan for Puerto Ricans to me. Now, maybe the Democrats in my audience, maybe you have another plan than that you think will work out better than what happened to Byron DOnalds, but I'll bet on him and that plan any day. I'm John Mike Keane.